problem with that. Why is that not applied to your Israeli guests? I would be fine, Piers, if you had Palestinian guests and you begin by asking them, do you condemn Hamas war crimes? Because what Hamas did on October 7th was a war crime. But then you should start with Israeli guests and pro-Israeli guests saying, do you condemn Israeli war crimes, which have been documented by the UN, every human rights group on the planet. You don't. You had Naftali Bennett, the former Israeli Prime Minister, on a couple of weeks ago. I watched the interview. Your opening question was, how comfortable are you with the way Israel's prosecuting the war? Right. Bit of a softball to start with. You didn't ask him to condemn Israeli terrorism, Israeli war crimes, Israeli genocide in Gaza. So a lot of people look at that and they say, they get your intention, but it comes across as a bit of a racist double standard.
Well, look, I don't think it's a racist double standard.
When the British army targeted German civilians in World War II, was that a terror attack?
No, because they were responding to Nazi Germany's attempt to destroy the world.
So you're saying that. So you're saying that because of who they were fighting, it's not a terror attack to target civilians.
Are you?
Is that what you're saying?
We have to wrap this up. I'm asking.
Is that because I only want consistency from you?
I'm saying there's no moral equivalence between us defending ourselves against Nazi Germany, who committed a Holocaust that killed. In fact, they killed 12 million people.
Did Britain launch war on Germany because of the Jews?
Huh?
Did Britain declare war on Germany for the sake of Jews?
Britain declared war on Germany.
Did Winston Churchill, in his ultimatum to Hitler, did he say, stop persecuting Jews? Do you know why? Because at that time, anti-Semitism was so rife that people didn't care about the plight of the Jews.
Well, when did Israel kill...
What we need to have is...
Well, hang on. When did Israel kill 1,200 Palestinians?
When did Israel kill hundreds of Palestinian civilians?
When did they kill 800 Palestinian civilians in one few-hour period, right, in the way that Hamas killed those Israelis?
But that's not the definition of terrorism, how many hours you do it in. I can mention many Israeli massacres going back to Tabra and Shatila, which they oversaw, going back to Kibbutz and Ariel Sharon, going back to Deir Yassin, where rape and violence happened. The point is not to compare atrocities. The point, Piers, is to have a consistent moral principle, which is to say, if you kill civilians for a political cause, you are a terrorist. On that basis, Hamas have committed acts of terror and Israel have committed acts of terror. I think that's only fair to say.
Yeah, listen, you're perfectly entitled to say it. Of course you are. Described by the UK government.
But you have described, according to your own definition, that if you choose to not say it's terrorism but resistance, that's support. Where did you get that from?
If it's called resistance, not terrorism, you're supporting...
Resistance is just a coinage of a term to describe a political act of violence. Right. That's what it is.
Resistance, but do you support what they did?
No, I'm asking you.
No, I do the question. Do you support what they did then?
I believe in the right of every single Palestinian to do what is enshrined and protected under international law. To commit an act of terrorism? Yes, because you reject international law when it applies to Muslims and Palestinians.
To commit an act of terrorism?
I'm not doing this, Piers.